So Sarah, when you discuss why Philippines, did somebody said, why we choose Philippines? Why not go to other ASEAN countries or Singapore, maybe a lot safer, you know?
If I'm really honest, I was invited on board once the decision had been made.
Ah, okay.
So I wasn't in on the decision making, but I thought it was an excellent choice. And I think one of the richness of all these international events are seeing how we are united, but we're also very diverse.
Yes.
But actually our diversity is our richness.
Yes.
Because the diversity of the other is a gift. You are a gift for me, I'm a gift for you. We're all gifts for one another, if we can see it in that way. And it seems to be a place where lots of other places in Asia, we've got a big group coming from Korea, so lots of other countries from Asia are attracted to come here as well. And in fact, many groups, including, we have a group of 34 young people coming from Great Britain.
Oh, okay.
And many have chosen to come and take part in a social project on their way here. Because it's all very well to talk about building a united world, but actually we have to roll up our sleeves and do it. So our young people are going to work in an orphanage in Vietnam, and they'll stop there on the way to the Genfest. So in a way they come here already having had an experience of going to a country and giving themselves in a project. In fact, our young people decided they wanted to take gifts to the children at the orphanage. And so each one of them, in their place of study, their place of work, they went and said to everybody, open your desks, all the pencils and things you don't need, we're going to take with us for the children there. And it's great, they all got so excited about it, and they're all keeping space in their suitcase for all these gifts that they're going to take to Vietnam. And so you already feel young people who are coming with an attitude of, I want to come to give. And on the last day we talked very much about the United World Project and ways people can be involved in this project that is a continuation, because the Genfest isn't just a point where you stop or you think about things, but actually it's like a new launch pad where you go ahead with renewed energy. And in fact, one of the young men, his experience is from El Salvador, and him and his family finding themselves in a very violent situation, they considered leaving the country. And then they thought, no, we want to stay to change our square meter. So if every one of those 7,000, 8,000, however many come, go away thinking, I can change my square meter, we really have a hope of making a difference.
If there is no Genfest, there is no World Youth Day, there is no such organization for people to witness, to listen, you know, they just talk among themselves with computers, with internet, with social media, which is not helping them. I still believe human relationship, you know, first-hand, you know, connection is still more important rather than sitting, talking to the computer by yourself.
Also, we do it together.
Yes.
So people don't feel they're on their own. If I feel I'm on my own, I can't make a difference.
Yeah.
But if I know that I'm part of a group of people who together believe that we can make a difference. And just to see the little projects that have been brought up, there's a wonderful project started by somebody in Mindanao, seeing the young people and the computers, and she's really good at football and loves football, so she gathered them together to play football. But through this, has educated them, and they no longer stay with their computers. They come out and play, and they've been educated about building relationships with others, looking for what they're going to do with their lives as something positive. And so you really do see that these little seeds of fraternity have an impact and can have a big impact the more they're multiplied. Because at the festival, as well as the program, and there's going to be a Welcome to Asia concert, there's going to be an international concert, there's also something called Explo, which is an interactive experience. That Explo is short for Exploration of Life.
Yes.
Where they go in and they go through these different chambers and experience different things. I don't want to give away too much about it, but it's going to be really, really exciting. That will also be within the World Trade Center. So I think for all those who are coming, it's going to be an amazing experience. I'm really glad to be involved in it, so I can see it and be part of it.
Yeah. So you think that this Genfest to be held in Asia will be something that, you know, people will always remember, especially among the ASEAN youth, you know. The Focolare movement has done so much, you know, reaching out to a lot of, you know, youth, not only about the Catholic, but also to the fellow Muslim, Hindus, even for those who doesn't believe in God, reaching out to them is something that only Clara Lubick can do.
Yes.
And I really admire her for her determination. And I read something about, what she called spirituality of love. And I
Yes.
think that should be very, very present, strong. It has to be very strong presence during the Genfest, where everybody, regardless of their age, status in life, of their way, they should really feel love is so much there in the air.
Absolutely.
And that all of them can contribute something in their own little ways.
In fact, if you throw a stone into a pond,
Yeah.
the ripples go out.
Yes.
It's the same with a life that's lived of love. It spreads. It's contagious.
Yes. It has to be.
It has
right?
to be.
God's love should be contagious.
Yes.
As you said, you are 42 international group, coming up with this idea. What do the group hope to achieve? Do you think it's feasible? It can really work, Considering you have been around for 3
Yeah.
weeks already,
One of the songs at the end says, "We are the colours of the world." And I think that my dream is that by the third day, the first day, we start very gently, very slowly, sharing little stories. The second day, we look very much at the question of suffering and of interreligious dialogue. We've also had great support from many great world religious leaders who sent messages of support. And the second day has the subtitle, Space to be One. And then on the third day, we look at those who've gone before us, the young lives that are no longer with us, their stories, but also to the future. And I think as people go out from the World Trade Center, I hope it'll be like rivers of love going out into the world, to spread out into the world and make a difference. Each person going back to their continent, their country, their life there. And so I think that's my dream for it, that every young person who comes to that festival feels touched by something and feels that with their young life they can use it to make a difference in a way that will fulfill them and will help to build a more united world.
Because, Sarah, I have noticed and have been observing, yes, this festival, this gathering, started with a beautiful project, beautiful mission. And people who attended are always inspired. When they go out to the world, reality sink in. It's not at all that easy.
No.
Yes, when you are together, all of you have one thing in mind, but when they go back home, when they in the community, in the country, suddenly it's not the world.
Yeah. I remember that myself.
Yeah.
I remember that myself.
So, how do you think? What do you think? Because reality is very strong against this.
Keep in touch with
Yeah.
people who think like you. That was my lifeline.
Okay.
That was my lifeline when I came back from a festival like that. And I remember one when I was at drama school, and I went back to drama school, and life hit me. And for me, my lifeline was to reach out and get in contact with those I'd been with, to go, it wasn't just a dream, was it? No, we must encourage each other not to give up. And then I could see the difference it made, and I could see the fruits around me.
So we hope that friendship can be established
Yes.
and keep communicating.
Yes, and knowing that from England the group will want to meet up again,
Yes.
they'll be in touch with each other, to encourage each other, to go ahead, not to give up. Don't let the flame go out or burn dimly. But
I think that's really a very good idea that can inspire them also. But tutuloy po namin ang aming magandang pag-uusapan sa pagbabalik po ng Power to Unite with Elvira.
Hi, my name is Yanal from Jordan. Really, I have a great experience here in Genfest, Philippines. I feel that we are all over the world, we are one. Uno per tutto.
I joined Genfest because I feel not alone, because I feel that there's a lot of people from all this country, all over the world, who is with me also when I'm alone in home.
Well, it has taught me how to be a better person in general, how to be nicer to people, how to love everyone and be nice.